Hey guys, welcome to another update video. I know it's been a very long time since I've been on. I've been just busier than a dog. It's been crazy. It's just been super busy. What with the holidays and everything coming up, holidays are a very busy time for me and my family, so I apologize for the lack of new videos and new content. However, I have been trying to answer you guys as much as I possibly can, but I'm just going to give us kind of a brief rundown of where I'm kind of at and where we're gonna go. Looks like you guys have been doing great and wonderful with the likes and the comments and everything else, the support you guys have given me. Looks like we're going to be able to order some more equipment for us to play with. I think I'll be getting that, getting in some more stuff. I guess I kind of opened this up a little bit for comments of what would everyone else like to see. I'm going to show you what I have planned here for a little bit, but what people would like to see. Would anyone like to see more? We are going to definitely do more basic videos. I'm going to do a lot of the back to basics type videos, but would you guys like to see more of the Raspberry Pi got awesome hits? That whole series was very successful. So would you guys like to see some of the other little systems like that out there, like the Arduino and some of the others that are out there that really aren't in the huge limelight like the Raspberry Pi is, but they still are some very cool systems that are out there that are kind of an all-in-one, getting started in embedded programming and embedded systems, type deal. What do you guys think of that? I'll leave that open. Please leave in the comments below what you guys think about that, because I was thinking about doing some more stuff with that. However, we'll go ahead and get started with some things. I'm going to kind of display a couple of things for you. YouTube changes. Oh, YouTube is abuzz with all this, with their integration to Google+. Don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I don't know if it's really going to affect my channel too awfully much. I don't think we're big enough to really have a huge impact. However, we have grown amazingly over the time that I've done it since I started this. But anyway, there's some changes now. The comments section is basically unlimited. You can put as much content in there as you want, which I can see is a good and bad thing. It can be a good thing because you can really explain something really well, so I kind of like it in that regard, that I can give a long explanation to something or really explain something, or even give you guys as little code snippets and pieces just right there on the comments, so you guys don't have to PM me to get that. So in that regard, it is kind of cool. In the regard of people that other channels, I've seen this, like I said, not so much here, but in like the trolling of other channels, what they call trolling, and those of you who don't know what that is, that's just people just being obnoxious for the sake of being obnoxious. People that will, give very vulgar and rude comments or say very mean and hateful things to other YouTubers. That'll say things, and we call that in the community, we call that trolling, when you do that to people. So those of you that don't know what that is, that's what that is. And like I said, not really seen that here. Everybody has been just wonderful. I thank you guys. Everything has been great here on this channel. I'm just kind of an information channel, I guess, and how to. And so everyone that I've had comment and everything, I've never had to ban anyone as of yet. I've never had to remove anybody's comments. I've had just very good reception. There's been a few people that I wouldn't say really posted anything that was anything that was mean. It was just maybe they didn't understand something, and so they got a little frustrated with whatever, but once it was explained to them, then they got it and they were happy. So never really had any problems with that on this channel at all, and I hope it continues that way, because I really enjoy doing this for you guys. I really enjoy getting the feedback that you guys give me, that you guys are really kind of overjoyed with. It helps. Some of these videos have helped you guys kind of get past a stumbling block or kind of a brick wall. So I hope that we continue to move forward, and I like to keep it kind of as professional as I can. I mean, I can be goofy and quirky at times, and I am a goofy and quirky kind of guy, but I hope we move forward, and not have to deal with any of that so-called trolling that happens on other YouTube channels. I hope that we can stay away from that and keep this channel as kind of to the point and understanding as possible. Other than that, I see that it's probably going to be okay. I think so far as, like I said, we're involved, me and other channels like me. I think that the YouTube changes aren't going to be too impactful, but for others that are having trouble with trolling and things like that, it is kind of a big problem because people can now post ASCII art of profane things and whatnot in their comments, of course, but at the same time, you have to expand it to see it. So I don't know, it's hit or miss for me. And like I said, since I don't have a real big problem with trolls, it's not a huge effect on me, but others it may be. So we'll just have to see what that all entails as YouTube moves forward. So enough of that. Like I said, content pretty well stay the same here. Next thing up on the list is I'm going to try to get a Back to Basics Relays video. I'd love to do one of those, just because I have run across problems with using relays and having things happen where you just torch, let's say FETs, you're using FETs to control relays, and for some reason you're just tearing FETs up, can't explain why, and I'd love to show you some very simple little things that will alleviate that. At first I thought that, when my younger years, when I first was getting into transistors and stuff, I thought that I'm fresh out of school, you think transistors are indestructible and that, they're just like a switch, and they're just fine. But no, they have limits and whatnot. But what you don't realize is there's other effects that that it's the relay is having on them that you're not aware of. Or at least I wasn't aware of it when I first started. So I'd love to do a kind of basics on relays and controlling relays using GPIO and using transistors and things like that, and how to put in different protection devices and whatnot, and also how to look at relays, maybe how to size up the current and the inrush current that they have and things like that, and other little effects. So I'd love to do a video, kind of a basics video on that. As well as next thing in kind of a basics deal, I guess we could do is we would also like to do, I had this requested and it seemed like a great idea, but RS-232 COM, that's for communication, chip to chip. A lot of people, I've seen lots of people that are trying to take data, whatever it may be, using sensors, using maybe ADCs, maybe accelerometers, maybe sonic sensors, just anything, temperature measurements, voltage measurements, whatever, but they'll be doing something on one microcontroller, but they need to send that data, let's say, for processing to another microcontroller. Maybe they have a system where all their inputs, basically external inputs via, whether it be sensors, sensory perception, comes into one micro to do all that processing of the, maybe doing some analog digital conversions or whatever it may be to process that data, but then they need to pump that to, let's say, a main processor that then is doing all the control on maybe something else. And so a good way of doing that is just doing simple RS-232 between chips and just piping that information serially between the chips. And so that's something fairly easy to do, but can be kind of tricky. If you don't have hardware, you can do software, or you can do a combination of hardware and software implementation of RS-232 between the chips. And I think that's a good idea, and we'll do a video on that as well. That's something simple. Oh, the wonderful embedded web. Believe it or not, that's actually coming along, but I've just hit a solid brick wall with it and just absolutely have not had time to figure it out. The tools that Microchip has given us to work with on that, they're okay. They're good tools, but they do have a level of learning curve to them to try to figure out how to get them all, and I have not had the time to really sit down and figure this out. And two, there's a lot of HTML they have to do, which I haven't done in years, so I have to sit down and go through that as well, because there's a lot of just basic fundamental HTML that you have to do to actually set up these websites and whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can't expedite that by using some sort of a web page editor to make that go a little faster to where I'm not literally writing the HTML code like from a blank sheet of paper. So I'm going to see if I can't make that faster using some sort of, like I said, HTML editing software of some sort. Looking at Composer, those of you that know what that is, and those of you that don't, Composer is a web page editing software that is for that's for Linux, and I think there's a version for Windows. I think there's a version for Windows as well. But it's just a cheap web page editor, and works great. Uses CCS as well as other things. It's good to go, and so I may see if I can't get that to work, because that's kind of been a real problem, as well as like I said, getting all the different tools put together, because Microchip is it's way different than the Raspberry Pi. And so just getting their tools to work properly has been kind of a challenge. Trying to get, because the image, you can't just straight away put the HTML file on the flash. It has to be in a special version or a special format, I guess you'd say, for it to go in. So there's this conversion software that converts your entire web page folder, the folder that has all your indexes, all of your pages, everything. It converts all of that into the format that the micro reads, and then reads that in. And then they've got their TCP/IP stack, which is kind of less than friendly. I mean, it's commented fairly well, but if you don't know where you're going, it can be kind of a mess. So, I don't know, just kind of working through that. And like I said, I just have not had the time to spend on it. So that's why I'm going to kind of go back to some of these back to basics ones and whatnot, because I can kind of just pound through those videos fairly quickly. Give me something to do around the holidays that isn't so time consuming, just due to the fact that I really have hardly any time. And I've started a new job. Actually, a while back. I've been at it for about 4 months now. But in the midst of all that, and it's been kind of wild, getting used to that, and I've been flung into it, kind of a sink or swim situation, but doing all right there. But so things have been just kind of hectic. So I apologize for my absence. Don't want to make this video too long, but I really would like to, sit down and really tell you guys what's been going on. So sorry if this video is a little long, but just letting you know I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still healthy. Everything's going good. Everything's fine. I've been really tied up with a lot of just, life. Life happens, right? I think everybody can see that. So anyway, and two, I think I've got a cold now. So fun. So I guess I said that I'm healthy. Well, I mean, I'm healthy as in there's, no major problems, but I do have a cold. So if I sound funny, that's what's going on. Anyway, guys, before this movie becomes massively long, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up, but I'm still here. More videos are on their way, especially now that I'm doing kind of some little intro videos and whatnot going on. I have to edit them and whatnot, and then the iPad is working real well for those Back to Basics videos. Kind of enjoying that, but that requires some editing, some porting the video from the iPad over to the PC, and then editing it and putting it in right, and getting the audio synced up, and so there's some finagling that goes on. So these videos take me a little time, but I'm hoping that on the weekends, I'm going to start getting more time on the weekends where I can kind of knock out maybe 4 or 5 videos, and then through the week I'll edit them and get them posted. And so they'll kind of come out, hopefully sort of quickly after each other. But that's kind of my plan, is I think I'm going to be able to sit down on the weekend and maybe just make a whole slew of videos. And then, because usually I make a video and then I edit it and post it and everything right then and there, and I think it is just way too time consuming anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I've seen a lot of YouTubers do this, is just sit down and just pound out tons of videos, and then at my leisure take and edit them and break them up and put the titles and the headings and all that stuff on them, and then post them as I go that way. And then that way it's not so long before another video comes out. So anyway, guys, that's basically an update. Sorry, this video is probably way too long. But anyway, like I said, I wanted to really tell you guys where I'm at and where we're going and all that stuff. So take care, guys. Keep programming. Keep building these embedded devices. And keep having fun. Because that's what it's all about, is the fun of building all these electronic things. And I love watching you guys when you guys post videos. I love seeing them. So take care, and that ought to do it.